Good morning, how you doing? Yes, it's Crispy. Where else would I be? We're just on the way down to the sea. I couldn't help but stop and start my morning vlog as I walk past this hotel, Park Inn in Derby Road, just about to cross Manor Road, because I saw this wonderful blue Lamborghini parked here a couple of days ago. Sitting outside Park Inn. I thought, well, that's an unusual car to be sitting in this low-end value accommodation, and there it is now being stretchered onto a transporter. And yeah, the pleasures of owning a supercar. It's just being pulled up now. I've had that done myself. Had a car taken away onto a low stretcher because it won't start. The funny thing is that well, there's lots of funny things going on all the time, isn't there? Yeah, there's very few. I don't know if that's the owner there just going into the the owner of the car or the owner of the hotel, because this hotel a couple of years ago was used to house refugees. So I'm wondering whether he's the owner. He's made so much money out of it, he's gone out and bought himself a blue Lamborghini. Oh, funny thing is, on the side of it, it had Gumball Rally written on the side. I don't know if you know anything about Gumball Rally. I'm just right in the middle of the roundabout now, just crossing over Manor Road. There's the Albany. Where's the Albany? There it is. Which is the largest block of apartments along the whole Overcliff stretch. Yeah, the blue Lamborghini had an emblem on the side which said Gumball Rally. I don't know whether you're aware of this, but the Gumball Rally is basically a car race or a chase. Yeah, it's across America normally, but maybe they're doing an English one. I even thought about starting the Bumble Rally from here to Penzance. But yeah, the strange thing was that I used to own a Chevrolet day truck. It had red leather seats in the back with turned into an electric bed. 5.3 Chevrolet, yeah, cocktail cabinet at the back, lights in the seat. I used it to promote my dancing club, and gentleman's club. We used to drive around Bournemouth in it with the blue lights underneath, and it was shining the blue lights on the ground. Yeah, but once I got rid of the club, I thought I'd better get rid of the truck. We called it the fuck truck. Yeah, and this lady turned up in a pink Ferrari to buy it, and written all over it, her name was Pistol Pink, her name was. And basically she enters the Gumball Rally yearly as Pistol Pink in her pink Ferrari, but she also has a little crew with her. So she wanted to buy the Chevrolet off of me, and is going to spray it pink. And yeah, I think it was sort of like in homage to Penelope Pit Stop sort of thing. And yeah, she was going to have a mechanic and crew follow her behind the Ferrari. How wonderful. She was a mortgage broker that lived in Weybridge. Very successful lady. Yeah. Anyway, I'm now walking down Toft Zigzag. What an absolutely glorious, what day is it? It's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday morning. Yeah, woke up this morning really early for my third or fourth lavatory visit due to my bloody enlarged prostate. Anybody who has that problem knows what it's like as you get into this age. But fortunately, I have my procedure being booked in. Well, anyway, the first investigations start this week when I go into one of those machines to have a complete scan of my lower half part of my body. and with the dye put into your veins to do a complete mapping of all my veins, because I'm having an unusual procedure for the prostate. It's called PAE. I called it PAYE because I had accountancy on my head when I saw my consultant. PAYE, PAE. Basically, they go in through the veins and it cuts off the blood supply to the prostate gland, which makes it shrink and shrink and shrink to maybe even less than 50% of the size, because a prostate is meant to only be a walnut, but mine's about a grapefruit. It's a bloody enormous. Yeah, anyway, but they've got to do a complete mapping of your bottom half, and as I also have aneurysms. In fact, having the prostate cancer diagnosed through an MRI actually might have saved my life, because they found that I had aneurysms in both my iliac arteries. Your iliac arteries is the one that comes in your aorta there, goes down and it splits into two. You've got an iliac there and an iliac there, which basically controls all your bottom half as well. And when they were doing the scans, they found that I had aneurysms in them. And your arteries are only meant to be 12 mil wide. And my left one is now just about to hit 40 millimetres. Which is about that. The bulge is about 40 millimetres. So having prostate cancer diagnosed and having the scan actually might have saved my life, because they found those aneurysms. I've got one on my left and one on the right. The one on the right isn't as bad, but the one on the left is 40 mil. And I've got them in my blood behind my knees, poppers. Then you've got something to worry about. It's funny how people think, oh, how are they bloody lucky walking along the beach? But no one knows what's going on in other people's lives, do they? Yeah, so I'm having it all checked out over the couple of investigative procedures to plan how they're going to change my whole life, hopefully. Oh, I can't wait to get it all sorted, and I can then be a young man again. Maybe I won't get up for bloody five pisses a night, and I can go out and have a large glass of orange juice without having to be up all night. Oh, anyway, first week, or is it first 10 days of me starting Chris Be Happy, my YouTube channel. Change the world one person at a time, trying to make people happy. I've started with trying to make myself happy despite the problems, because we have all got problems. The problems are coming. Being alive is a problem. Do you know the only time problems stop is when you're bloody dead? It's the only time that problems stop. That's what I've worked out. Every day is a new challenge, but it's how you face those challenges. You got to attack them. It's fun. You got to treat it as fun. You got to treat it as excitement. It's a new challenge, new day, a new challenge of excitement rather than fear and worry. But yeah, Chris Be Happy. What is it? What is it to be happy? How are you happy? How do you become happy? It's funny. Looking on YouTube, trying to get some pointers on how to run a YouTube channel. There's far more instructions and far more YouTube channels and platforms telling people how to run a YouTube channel and platform, and pizzas and everything else you can think of, apart from actually how to be happy, which is the most important thing in the world, so everyone says, but people don't spend any time actually trying to be happy. And something that come to light over the past month, I don't mean to tell you this, but there's some good news and the bad news. Basically, there are 3 parts of a pie for the sections of being happy. And 50% of your happiness is based down to your genetics. So if your parents were miserable and unhappy people, the chances are 50% chance you're going to be miserable and unhappy as well. And contrary to your belief, your circumstances and all the stuff you want and all the stuff you have and all the houses, all the cars, all the money and everything else, it only equates to 10%. That's all it equates to. There's been extensive studies, and you Google it if you want, there's been extensive studies that support this information. Only 10% of your happiness is a result of all the stuff you have, all that money and all the cars and that blue Lamborghini that's just been pulled up there, yeah. But the good news is there's 40% left. The 40% left is under your control. It's under your control and your mind control, what you can do with it. So you do. The bad news, if your genetics are that your parents are miserable sods, you've got to battle against that. You've got 10%, you've got everything in the world, that's only 10%, but 40% is under your control. It's up to you how you face every day, what you do every day. And you've got to learn that happiness is in here. It's all controlled by your thoughts, your words and your actions on a day-to-day basis. And if you were lucky enough to have had great parents that were happy, wonderful people, as I did, I am blessed. Having a good start in life is the most important thing. Be like the foundations of a building. People lose sight of that, I think, as I did in my 20s and 30s. You lose sight of it, having 2 bloody divorces, which is not good for anybody, especially the kids. But yeah. Oh, I haven't even talked about how wonderful it is out here this morning. Look. So I was going to get up and go out at about 5:30 this morning and watch the sunrise. So I do love a sunrise, but I thought, no, another hour in bed would be really nice. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Gratitude. That's the one of the first principles of being happy. Learning to realise how lucky you are. You are one person in 8 billion. You are that one person out of 8 billion, and you're here, you're alive here. You've got the chance to do whatever you want to do. The choice is yours. Your life is in your hands. The next 24 hours is yours. And I've been reminiscing a lot this past week. I've been getting out old files. If you follow anything of my blogs on Facebook, you've seen me reminiscing about 1976 and houses I've bought and sold and lost, and yeah. Anyway, whatever you're doing out there today, start with a little bit of gratitude. Stop worrying about what you haven't got, and maybe sit there and think, what have I got? For starters, you've got a phone, haven't you? Hey, oh yeah, start thinking about all the things you do have. Yeah, and if you fancy watching more of my insights on how to be happy, do a subscribe and you'll get them early. Have an amazing day. See you soon.